What's up YouTube, Dan here from Zephyr Wargames, bringing you a budget Phantasm Spiral deck profile. Now this deck is going absolutely crazy online, and I will pay a mention right before this. This is as budget as I can possibly make it, and this does not include the extra deck. This is just a pure build, and when I get to the extra deck, you can build it really cheap, and I'll show you what you take out and what you don't. Without further ado, I'm cracking straight into this deck because it is awesome. Right, so you play straight up triple Phantasm Spiral Dragon. You know, vanillas, not much more needs to be said about them. 29 attack, 29 defense. Lovely beater. Triple Mega Smasher X. If you bought 3 dinosaur decks, you already have a playset spare. And if you didn't, but you can pick these up very easy, very cheaply. Triple Sabersaurus, you can also use Cabazor as well. But Sabersaurus again came in a structured decks, and again you got a extra playset. 1 Rescue Rabbit, because this will help get you out those guys. And 1 Maxi because it is the best hand trap around there. And yes, that does pain me to say it, but unfortunately, it is. So now we move on to the spells. Very short. That is all your monster count. I believe it is 11 monsters straight up. You play triple Passifs, the Phantom City. Awesome card, main card of the deck, so good. So this card's name is always treated as Yumi. You cannot normal summon or special summon effect monsters the turn you activate either of these cards' effects, even if this card leaves the field. Once per turn, if you normal or special summon exactly 1 normal monster and no other cards, add 1 Phantasm Spiral card from your deck to your hand. If your opponent activates a card or effect except during a damage step and you control no tokens, you can special summon 1 Phantasm Spiral token, Worm type water, level 8, 2k attack. That is mind-blowingly good. 2k token. Now the downside is obviously you can't normal summon or special summon effect monsters and that. Again, that's kind of okay because most of your deck is vanilla. Now, what I will mention at this point is this is the one card that kind of is a massive boost to your deck, but it also locks your deck out. In my opinion, I would probably at this moment in time with the meta put a Kaiju engine in here. Now I know the Kaiju engine will lock, like if you do the Kaiju play, you're locked out of this play. If you do this play, you're locked out of your Kaiju play. Because it doesn't say for the rest of the turn, it actually says you cannot normal summon or special summon effect monsters the turn you activate this effect. So if you do either or, that's all you can do. Now by putting in a Kaiju engine, including Slumber, I would probably think about testing out putting in trade-ins because your main Spiral Dragon can be revived from grave, hand or deck. So he's not that bad to dump with a trade-in. And then if you have excess Kaijus, it's always good to Kaiju your opponent's Dryden or your opponent's Masterpiece. Triple Terraforming, because like I said, the field spell is really important. Triple Unexpected Die, this helps get you around the effect of that. And it also helps push you for like double Mega Smashes and stuff like that. Double Phantasm Spiral Crash. Now all the equipped cards are awesome as well. This one is basically you equip it to a normal monster, fine. If the equipped monster attacks a defense position monster, inflict piercing battle damage to your opponent. When the equipped monster inflicts battle damage to your opponent, you can special summon 1 Phantasm Spiral Dragon from your hand, deck or graveyard and equip it with this card. Then you can change 1 attack position monster your opponent controls to defense position. You can only use the effect of Phantasm Spiral Crash once per turn. So not only do you equip that to, let's say, Megalo Smasher, and you go bang, and you've done a little bit of damage because you've done piercing, this will then get you out your boss monster from hand, field or deck, and equipped it to that. So he can now do piercing if you want to shift your opponent's monster to defense mode. How awesome is that? Double Phantasm Spiral Grip, again, pretty much near enough the same effect. So you equipped only to a normal monster, it gains 500 attack. When the equipped monster destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you can special summon 1 Phantasm Spiral Dragon from your hand, deck or graveyard and equip it with this card. Then inflict 1,000 damage to your opponent. Boom. So not only are you getting your boss monster out, he's also burning for a K. And then we play, obviously, 2 Phantasm Spiral Wave. You can bump either of these up to 3 if you want. This is probably the main one you would bump if you would. So equipped only to a normal monster. The first time the equipped monster will be destroyed by battle each turn it is not. At the end of the battle phase, if the equipped monster battled, you can special summon 1 Phantasm Spiral monster from your hand, deck or graveyard and equip it with this card. Then if you have if they have any, your opponent discards 1 card. So you have a burn, you have a piercer, and you have a discarder. What more could you want from the quick spells? And they special summon. All of them special summon your big beast monster from the deck. Double Twin Twister, easily MSTs, whatever you prefer. But like I said, you can dump this guy because it's easy fodder to bring back. It doesn't matter where he is. So yeah, 1 Dark Hole to keep it as cheap as you can. It can easily be a Regeki if you want, but board wipes are key at this moment in time. Then we play triple Phantasm Spiral Battle. Again, a very, very important card to the deck. So, if all monsters you control are normal monsters, minimum 1, target 1 card your opponent controls, destroy it. If Yumi is on the field, which your field spell is always treated as Yumi, you can activate this card from your hand. Oh, that's disgusting. You can banish this card from your graveyard, then target 1 normal monster you control, equip that normal monster with all Phantasm Spiral equipped spell cards you control that can equip to it. Right, now, wait till we get to this one. 1 Phantasm Spiral Assault. You can play this at more. Now bear with me because this is disgusting. Target 1 Phantasm Spiral Dragon you control. When it destroys 3 effect monsters your opponent controls by battle, while equipped with 3 or more Phantasm Spiral equipped spell cards with different names, you win the duel. I mean, come on. If Yumi is face up on the if Yumi is on the field, you can activate this card from your hand. If a normal monster or monsters you control will be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can banish this card from your graveyard instead. Now, I don't know how consistently you can pull off its first effect, but it's still pretty brutal and fun. 1 Phantasm Spiral Power. So, if all effect monsters you control are normal monsters, if all monsters you control are normal monsters, target 1 effect monster your opponent controls until the end of this turn. It loses 1,000 attack and defense. Also, it has its effects negated. If Yumi is on the field, you can activate this card from your hand. You can banish this card from the graveyard, then target 1 normal monster you control, equipped 1 Phantasm Spiral equipped spell from your hand or graveyard to that normal monster. So awesome. You could even consider, if you wanted to, if you bump these up, you could play Foolish Burial of Gods. Right, now these is completely down to you. I played double Quaking and 1 Stormy Mirror Force. These can be taken out for the Kaiju engine. This is just to help protect myself a little bit more in the battle phase. Not that they need it massively, but like I said, if you want to play the Kaiju engine, easy outs. Next up, we played double Champions Vigilance and 1 Solemn Warning. Now the reason we played Champions Vigilance is because it's near enough a free judgment. It just stops everything. If you control a face-up level 7 or higher normal monster, when a monster would be summoned or a spell or trap card activated, negate the summon or activation and destroy that card. So it's a very, very nice free warning, which is why we've got warning again. If you don't feel comfortable playing this, again, take it out and you put the Kaiju engine in. And then we finish it off with Skill Drain because, low. Skill draining your opponent is also very, very funny. In the fact that you don't have to worry. You're all normal monsters. You really don't have to worry. So, a quick total breakdown of this deck because, it's stupidly cheap. Maybe £1 each. Let's, sorry, not Mega Sweater. Maybe £1 each. Let's go high. Okay? £1 for a playset. £1 for a playset. 50p. God knows what Common Maxi is. I'll probably give you one if you're that desperate for one. Dark Hole, 10 a penny. Twin Twisters, again, can be MSTs. They're like 10p each. 10p each. 10p each. 10p each. 10p each. Terraformings, 10p each. 3 of those, £1 for a playset. Skill Drain, pick up on a rare for like £1, £2. Champions Vigilance, £1 for the pair. Solemn Warning, £1. Common Quakings, which can easily be Kaijus if you want. Maybe £2 each. Pair for £3. Storming in Gold, £1. 10p, 10p. £1 for a playset. Now, I'm not very good at maths, but that to me is dirt cheap. That is insanely cheap for an insanely good deck. Right. Now, if you have a bit of money left over from your £30 or whatever and you want to go into an extra deck, this is how you can do it and this is where you can spend it. So, Gemnut Pearl is a good one because it is even though it is an extra deck monster, it's still a normal monster. So like you did with Ignites, you can bring this guy out and it still allows you to use your field spell. Again, with the field spell, this is what I don't like about the deck, or not the deck, but some of the builds out there is, it's an either or. You're either going focusing on your field spell or you're focusing on your special summon monsters and effect monsters, which is why I say Kaiju Engine will be very, very good in that deck, especially with trade-ins. But anyway, so it's a generic rank 4 toolbox with a little bit more. So Dark Rebellion XYZ Dragon, number 37 Hope Woven Dragon Spider. Now you either go into this, or if you've got the money to splash, you go to Shark and Toad. Cowboy for Games, Lagias, couple of quids each. Castells, Abyss Dwellers, Utopia Package, Tornado Dragon, Dolkar, and Emerald. Right, if you're on a budget and you want an extra deck, you go, what, like a couple of quid there? 10p as a gold. How many reprints has this guy had? Lagiers, pounds each. Cowboys, again, how many reprints has this had? You can pick that up really, really cheaply. Again, came in a rare. And again, came in a rare. That is your budget extra deck. And you can double up your Castells, your Abyss Dwellers, whatever you want in that. That is your cheap extra deck. That will go well under your £30 budget. If you have money to spend, you just put these in. Now, to be totally honest, the fact that you're going to be running your field spell, there'll be times when you're like, should I activate my field spell? Should I go into an extra deck monster? Just don't worry about it. Don't even have that as a complication. Minimise that as best as you possibly can. It's such a straightforward deck. It's a very, very fun deck. Which is why it's so popular at the moment. Anyway, I hope this helps. Hope this gives you some ideas. I hope this makes it as budget as you want, because my god, can you do some damage with this deck on a budget? Especially chucking in some kaijus. Maining kaijus is always a plus in this meta, no matter what. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share. And until next time, guys, as always, happy dueling. If you like that video, why not check out our other videos available? We've got more deck profiles, pack openings, and of course duels. And don't forget to click on the most important button of all, that subscribe button, right in the bottom left hand corner.